Morning class. Today we'll be learning about the 7 phases for the system development life cycle.
Morning, sir.
Morning. The 7 phases of the software development life cycle is to plan, analyze, design, develop, test, implement, followed by maintain. The first phase is planning. The purpose of the first phase is to find out the scope of the problem and determine the solutions. Brainstorming, which is a technique used for generating ideas, is carried out to encourage as many participants as possible without analysis. This is carried out until all ideas are exhausted. These ideas are then clustered and categorized. Following that, the project scope is documented to explain the boundaries of the project. Resources, costs, time, benefits, and other items should be considered here to develop a project plan.
The second phase is where teams consider the functional requirements of the project. It is also where system analysis takes place, which involves 5 segments. Firstly, gathering and analysis of user business requirements or expectations to be met. Second, define project goals. Thirdly, a requirements definition document is required of the business. Fourth, developers solicit requirements from all stakeholders and selected users. And lastly, functional specifications. Developers produce prototypes, which are working models of a product built for demonstration purposes. It is reworked until it is ready for development. Developers may also produce mock-up screens showing the screen layout, labels, and sample data to have minimal interaction.
The third phase is approached from a technical or physical point of view and describes in detail the necessary technical specifications, features, and operations that will satisfy the functional requirements of the proposed system which will be in place. They are crucial in defining and designing technical architecture, including data models, screen designs, and report layout.
Now, the real work begins. The development phase marks the end of the initial section of the process. Additionally, this phase signifies the start of production and is characterized by installation and change. This involves taking all of the detailed design documents from the design phase and transforming them into the actual system. The development phase includes activities such as application programming, configuring systems servers, setting up databases, and lastly, installing hardware infrastructure like server machine, network cable, and sensors. The fifth phase is testing, which involves system integration and testing of programs and procedures, normally carried out by a quality assurance professional. All project pieces are brought together into a special testing environment to eliminate errors and bugs, in order to determine if the proposed system meets all of the initial set of business goals defined in the analysis phase. The sixth phase is implementation, where users begin to operate after a launch preparation has been conducted. This is where databases are filled with live data, users are being trained on how to use the system, and user documentation or user manual are written and disseminated. The last phase, maintenance, is when end users can fine-tune the system via changes, corrections, additions, and upgrades if they wish to boost performance, add new capabilities, or meet additional user requirements. There are 2 types of maintenance: corrective maintenance to repair flaws and coding errors, and preventive maintenance to reduce the chances of future system failure.
Created using Powtoon.